Welcome to Declutter's Delights for Life. Tonight we're about decluttering in 3 vital steps. I know for a lot of folks, you're probably wondering about what is decluttering in 3 vital steps. Well, for a lot of folks, decluttering in 3 vital steps a lot of times begins with our mental space. And I think, for myself, learning about my mental space and learning about, my own 3 vital steps and what I talked about last night, a lot of things come home to roost. And for a lot of us folks, we learn that we have to come up with things in our life that work and that are extremely vital to who we are and how we function and get along in the world and be able to function and have a great life. And I know for myself, having a great life is what it's about now. And I'm believing in myself, and I'm hoping that you guys believe in yourself too, because that is such an important thing. Because if we can't believe in ourselves, to me, that is the basis of everything else in our lives. It's our self-esteem, it's love ourselves, it's our self-care, it's our love to others, it's how we perceive the world, all sorts of things, addictions, mental health, you know, that belief. That's very strong. Belief is a very strong thing. Belief, people actually believe themselves into dying, or you can believe yourselves into living. Belief is very, very, very strong. And one of the things I can say for it is one of the strongest things that we can also learn is to live in the moment. To live in the moment is very precious because so many times we've lived in the past and we feel how rotten it is. Or there's can be a lot of great things that have happened in the past, but the past is the past. And there's nothing you can do about the past. The past is, even as I speak, the past is past. And there's nothing about what I can say or anything I've said and do anything about it. It's been recorded, but that's it. What I have now in front of you is my present moment. And that's the most important thing is what's in front of me because my present moment makes my future. And my present moment, if I make it pleasant, and I make it great and make it good, and I believe in myself, that means I can have a much better future, if not a greater future. I can have the future I want and realize that my present moment actually makes my future. And to realize that too, from all of that comes too, we also have to have purpose in our life. Having that belief in ourselves realizes that we have a sense of purpose in our lives. We determine on what we want to do in life. We determine whether or not we, want to be a fireman, policeman, uh, waitress, any number of occupations. Or you want to be a writer, or do you want to be a Facebook speaker like me, or a businesswoman? Any kind of business, internet, sell cars, or a doctor, a lawyer, or somebody who owns a restaurant. There are many different kinds of restaurants too, or an administrator in a hospital. There are numerous jobs out there. People derive sense of purposes. People derive sense of purposes from volunteering for different organizations. You can derive your sense of purpose from anything. For me, deriving a sense of purpose of coming to you every night is important, and making sure that in helping folks, or I like the term assisting folks because I believe by assisting folks, I don't enable folks because enabling to me doesn't help anybody because people and assisting folks, you help assist folks to hope have a greater life, but you allow them the choice to have it. Everybody needs choice in their life. And choice too also is their choice about their purpose in life. You can have a good choice about you want to have whether or not you want to choose evil or I define evil, something that is negative against another human being, or a positive life where, is one where one chooses to have a life of, doing the best possible thing or putting that best foot forward every day. And that's that every day in front of you. What's in front of you for that day? Because, that is your present moment, and doing the next best thing in your life. And that's what's important, because that next best thing that leads you to the next best thing. And those steps actually lead into about law bounding leaps. And that's a wonderful thing. But it all begins with that first step. And we all have to take that first step, whether it be that first step in recovery, that first step into a college, that first step in marriage, that first step in a friendship, that first step in a relationship, or that first step to making a choice to save money, or the first step to clean up your home, that first step to put stuff in a shoebox and say, it's okay, you can let it go. And that's okay too. And to realize, oh, I can do that. I'm surprised. I can do that. I've got purpose in life. I'm worth something to yourself, not to somebody else. It's to yourself where the worth has to come from. And that's the most important thing. Do you believe in yourself? Believe in yourself. I had a rock here, but I'm not going to show you the rock, because the rock isn't the belief. The belief is you, and the belief is within me. I have to believe in myself. I can listen to what others' feedback is. I don't like the term criticism, because criticism sounds negative. I like the term feedback, because feedback, I can listen to what others say and decide if it fits or doesn't fit, or if a lot of people around me are saying the same thing, then maybe I really do need to listen, because there may be something to it, or I need to listen to clues that, is it good, or am I in the wrong circle of friends? That could be the possibility too. But when it comes down to it, it all comes back to us to make who we make as far as our choices. And do we believe in ourselves? And, that is the biggest crux of them all. And whether or not you believe in yourself makes a big determination. For me, I didn't ever believe in myself. I always thought, people's opinions were better than mine. I always thought others, were better dressed than mine. I always worried about what other people thought of me. That doesn't matter. What I think of me is what's important. Doesn't mean I'm better than somebody else. What it only means is that I believe in myself. And when you believe in yourself, you everything else can fall into place. Doesn't mean life can treat you unfairly, but if you believe in yourself, you can pick yourself up and dust yourself off and make that step forward, and not keep falling on your face. And that hurts a lot, because you get scraped up and bloody noses, and that's not nice. But when you can pick yourself up and make that step forward, you can do all sorts of wonderful things, no matter where you came from. Even when I was a prison guard, I had some inmates. I was here at a local fair. They came up from behind me and tapped me on the shoulder and asked, they were tall me there, and said, "Officer," and said, and they had their families with them, and they told me what they were doing. One was a contractor, and the other had a really good job. And I told them the last words out of there. All I said to them was, "I didn't want to see your faces around here again." Basically, tell them I don't want them back. And they told me those words said they didn't come back. What I wanted to basically tell them is to believe in themselves, and they took the words to heart, and started believing in themselves and changed their lives. And if you can believe in yourself, there's all sorts of wonderful changes that can happen in your life. And, I will continue to give you Facebook Lives and to the best of my ability, give you what I can give you and such. But to leave you with this message is that no matter who you are, or no matter what your past has been, and a lot of you know what my past has been, and it's not been the best. And that's the least I can say about that point, is that we can all come from a difficult past to make something of our present moment. And that is what's most important, is our present moment. And with that, I wish you a great Declutter's Delight for life. Have a peaceful, tranquil life, and peace and serenity, love and kindness to you all, and blessings. And I love you all, and have a light above a light.